Scrappy friends, thanks for joining me. Helen here. Mr. Ding's having to lie down, so I'm doing my own video work today. Today's layout, I am again using no pattern paper. I'm using 49 and Market inks and the August embellishment kit from Magpie to scrap some photos from still day one of our holiday. And we're on day 7 today, actually, in time we've been here. So that's what I'm doing today. And before we get to that, if you're not already a subscriber, please think about subscribing. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what you've enjoyed. Not sure what to say, just pop an emoji for the sake of engagement. Today's layout is photos of my space where I'm scrapping whilst on holiday. So let's see what crafty emojis you can find. That out of the way, let's get scrapping. So I don't usually do this, but I did take the time to swatch the ink colours from 49 and Market, the Ranger inks, just because I just wanted to choose a couple of colours that went well with the August embellishment kit from Magpie that you can see to my left there on the screen. So I chose them 4 colours. I can't read that on the screen. Hopefully you can see. I think it's Pink Sands, Just Peachy, and I can't remember what the blue and the yellow was. It's not yellow, it's cappuccino. It's like a beige brownie colour. I'm then using a waste piece of card to hopefully give me a straight line in order to add some ink. So I'm going to get the Pink Sands or Just Peachy. You'll see in a moment which one I check. Oh, I'm just checking my blending brush is clean enough to put into a different colour. There we go, Just Peachy I've got. So I'm just going to use the blending brush to bring the ink down. I start on my waste card to begin with, so I'm not getting a big dollop of ink where I'm coming down, and then I'm going to blend that down into a point from both sides. So just add more to the middle and then blend it down to a point. And then when that's all done, which isn't much longer now, I'm going to get the blue out. I'm going to move that piece of card down and grab a Hello Magpie stencil. I decided not to go for the sunburst. I'm going to go for the clouds, and then add that around the top of my photos. Just to explain as well, if you do hear any background noise, I'm actually in the bistro at the site we're on. So there we go. You might have heard me sitting then. So we're in the bistro because we get internet here. So you may hear some background noise. So yeah. So I'm just gonna loosely with a pencil draw around the photos where they meet the ink line, just to give me an idea of where I'm laying down the blue ink with this clouds stencil. And there we go. New ink, so the bottom is still clean enough for me to put the lid onto the table and use as to raise my ink pad up, because it all fits so nicely in together. So there we go, just going around the edge of the cloud stencil. That's what's nice about these cloud stencils. You just go around the edge and it gives you kind of like the halo and the shadow around the cloud. Okay, so just pop my photos back on, and I'm going to grab the ribbons from the kits. As I said, this is the August embellishment kit. Just laying down some ATG, and then again using that scrap piece of card to give me a straight line, because I still haven't found the T-square ruler, just to lay that ribbon down. So with the herringbone ribbon, it's sending my eyes funny watching it on the video. It certainly sent my eyes funny when I was looking at it on chevron ribbon, I should say, on the screen. So I'm layering another piece of ribbon. This is American seam binding, and using the points of the chevron ribbon as my guide for that. This blue is from the June embellishment kit, so I'm just going to add that as a pop of blue in amongst all those neutral colours. And then we've got this elasticated ribbon with the frill on it, so we're just going to add a layer of that as well. There we go. So with the title, I do raise up on the top with my small 3D foam pads. It's just because of the height of the ribbon. with all those layers of ribbon, it is quite thick. So if I put the foam pads along the top of the word, you're then not getting that the imbalance of it there. And I did only put foam pads along the top of the photos as well, because I like that sense of movement and dimension. I do like that look. I think it's just Sarah and Kiri, I think, doing it, and I really do like the look of that. So wet glue on the bottom for it to stick to the ribbon, and then a bit of wet glue on the foam pads just to give me some wiggle room for getting it in place. So I go through the other pieces from the embellishment kit now. Grab this arrow, that Creative Memories wood piece. I think that was like in a table gift, a crop I went to, and I can't remember if it was Hey Little Magpie or one of the other crops I've been to, like Paper Fox or um, the other one that was in Northwich, I can't remember. Tell you about Flair? I can't remember. But yeah, it's was a table gift, either Halo Magpie or Paper Fox table gift. So these metal charms in with the kit. There, so I'm just going to use some wax thread from my stash to hang them. So that's what I'm just doing there, and I'm hanging them off the fabric little starfish to add them to the page. So I've got the blue one up at the top and the yellow one with where the ribbons are, and my peach ink. I do initially just use one dot of wet glue, but of course it's a porous material, so you need a bit more than that. I would, if I was at home, probably have got out my mini glue dots for it, but of course not at home, so I use what I've got with me, and used quite a bit of wet glue on the back of both of those starfish, and then hung the two metal pieces. So one of the metal pieces is a lighthouse, because we are across the bay from a lighthouse, and also then they've got the metal arrow because it's opposite to my little wood arrow. Also the photos as well. So one's the table with my setup for where I am crafting, and the other picture of the top of my head and Mr. Dinks. I'm on the floor printing photos, and took a selfie of me with Mr. Dinks sat behind me. um, so that's that photo. Yeah, I'm sat on the floor at my selfie printer with my phone, printing photos off to Scrapbook. So nearly done. I'm just grabbing these wooden embellishments to balance out from, because there's a lot of wood at the bottom right of the photo, so I'm just going to add some wooden bits on the top left, and that's from a new travel set that Sarah has in the Halo Magpie shop. I'm not on Halo Magpie design team anymore. This isn't a paid promotional post or anything like that. It's just, Sarah's my friend and I buy her products, and I love the shop. It's where I get my stuff from. So that's why I mentioned Halo Magpie locks. It's where I shop. Okay, so just splattering on some of the black ink from 49 Market there, and we are done. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.